Welcome to the Wednesday night breaks. Thanks everybody for jumping in. We are sold out in break one. The Moonshot 6-box, number 38. Couple things to note. 2 Palmetto Collectibles double shots in this one. We random them at the beginning of the stream. And we are high-lowing. Grabbed 2 boxes, 2025 Stars and Stripes H2. Number match, getting a $20 break credit. E-gift card sent your way. Here's everybody in the break. Thanks everybody for jumping in, and best of luck. And we'll get going. Start with prospect. I'm gonna try to get him to every time he comes in here. Last time he was in here, we did. He's got a couple. You can see him through the glass. He's working a couple customers at the moment. Empty prospect edition. Hopefully we can see some Mizorowski. His stuff is absolute bananas. Max Anderson. First number, Drew Thorpe for the White Sox. 93. Good for the high. Never mind. Jesus. 104. Now good for the high. And last spot mojo. There you go, Grant. Tommy Troy for Arizona. Good for the low. 42 on the print. Kalen, and there he is. Might have to top load this. Might take a little bit extra. I'm going to sleeve just a few of the high lows real quick. Tommy good for the low. Jesus. 104. Got Mizorowski and Thorpe. There we go. Pack 2. Bowen. More Mizorowski. Might have spoke him in for the Brew Crew in Murphy. That's Chrome Edition. There's a ping. Tommy White, 53 on the print for the A's. And Horvath for the Rays on the ink. Houck and Deloche. Numbered here. Ivan Melendez. Zona. 72 on the print on Ivan. Going to Grant. There it is. Brewers. That's very nice. There you go, Murphy. Cooper Pratt on the ink. Kurtz and Sasaki. Sasaki might be a random, unless he just got drafted. Did someone draft Sasaki in the latest, or is he still too young? Might have to rely on the chat here. I feel like he's at Stanford, so he might not be drafted yet. Rainer base. Tolley. Luke Little on the chrome. Mike Bove, new low for the Brew Crew. And Morales Inc. for the Nationals and Michael Brown. Christian Moore and Maya. There's Mr. Bove. Rhett Lauder on the silver for the Reds. Seaver. There's the new high. That is Miles Naylor. The A's. Oakland and Michael Brown. And Cade Kuehler. That is the Braves. Michael Brown as well. 35 on the print. Ryan Johnson and Jackson Kent there. We'll get Naylor on the high. All right, final shot at Kaboom and this. I think we're going laser to end. Condon kicking it off for the pile. Orlando for the Marlins. That is Knopf on the Black Velocity. More Brewers. That is new lower. 9/39 on the Knopf. And hitter for Boston, Zach Erhard. Baumeister and Hurd wrapping it up. Knopf with the 9 spot. There we go. Let's see what we got. Go select next. Excited to see what this Break Kings is all about. There we go. Empty select. We'll go ahead and crack a new pack of top loaders as well. All right. Here we go. Silver Chanel, Numbers Halliday, and Cologne. There we go. I think we got tie-dye coming up. Good luck. Mickey. Field level tie-dye. That is a rock pile Cole Carrig. Colorado and Bryan on the tie-dye. Gorgeous card. 12/25 on the Cole. And blue Bradfield for the Orioles. 27/49. Another nice one. Baez on the base. Here's a thicker one. Let's see if this is patch. Which is patch. All right, Cruz on the field level. Carson Weisenhunt, a Ruby. Bo Jackson on. Appears to be the maroon. Oh, we might have gold patch. Let's take a look. 111 on the Bo Jackson. Kansas City. No idea. But it is sweet. That is Pudge. Marlins edition. Marlins with a gold, I believe. That is the low. 1 of 10. Going to Brian. That's incredible. Bring it in and a little cannon. Nice one there. And that will take the low. See if it'll fit in a 130. There he is. And Mr. Bo. Maybe there'll be multiple golds. We'll find out. Tricolor Jacob Gonzalez. That is White Sox, Philly, and Ivan Rodriguez. That is Detroit edition on that one. He's all over the place in this. So we got another filler here. Thomas White. There's silver for Merrill. Grant on the board with the Padres. Big Hurt. Haven't seen ink yet in this box. Mike Bove. That is Brew Crew. Tricolor there. Griffey and McGuire base. Otto's still hiding. Lombard. There's a Joe DiMaggio on the orange. Orange popping on this. 2 of 49. 1 off the low. Meyer and James Wood. That is diamond level James Wood. All right, first auto coming up. Chipper. Silver of Albert. Now we're going silver auto. That is Bradfield. And that's a nice one for the Guardians. Chase the Lauder. I believe that is Grant. There you go, Grant. Picking up a Chase. Silver Pujols. Merrill. So one auto down, should have one more. Another filler here. DeVries, Justin Crawford, blue of Caba, going out to the Phillies. 40 on the print on Starlin. Wood, there's our filler, and Bove on the base. 3. Reggie. There's Drew Jones, silver. Blake Mitchell and Larkin on the base. That is redemption here. Pete Rose on the blue. Pete Rose 155. That is Reds and Michael Brown. There you go, Michael. Here's the redemption. Matt Shaw. Here he is. One of the most famous packaging shippers that's ever lived. Gracing us in here. Normally he's got a strict stay out of the break room kind of mentality. But he's running wild tonight. Ethan Salas. There's more Reggie on the tricolor. That's the A's. Porter and Houck. All right. Let's use our boy Sasaki here. Do you know if he got drafted? Or is he still in college?
No, he's still in college.
Alright, we'll random him at the end, but that's beside the point. I'm going to top this gold pudge right here. Base signatures. That is not bad. We'll bring it in. More Brew Crew. That is Murphy. Murphy taking down a Churio auto. There you go, Murphy. Love what I see there. All right. Update on the high and low. 1 of 10 on the Pudge for the Marlins. Miles Naylor at 228. Let's see what the double shots got in order tonight. There we go. Double shot 1 of 2 tonight. This one's feeling a little thick. That is because it is. That's Jersey Kings Cruise. Little 3-color chunkster to 25. That is Michael Brown and the Nationals. There you go, Michael. No graded here. No graded tonight in this first one. I think this one's going this way. Here we go. That is going Angels. Kyron Paris. Inception RPA. Los Angeles.
Michael Brown.
There you go, Michael. Taking down Kyron. Speaking of Inception, should we go ahead and take a look? What do you think? Here's our options. Let's check out. We'll give Break King a shot. Here's Inception. There's Empty. All right. Jordan kicking it off. I think the back card is also a base, right? Yep. Nick Lofton, that is Royals rookie. There you go, Royals. Hunter Goodman rookie for the pile. I think these are the short prints. I saw someone saying that, the ones with the X. How about Pete Crow for the Cubbies? No Cubbies. Michael Brown. There you go, Michael. Green on Heston. There's Orioles. Green Lofton. Pirates, but he's batting. That is Jared Triolo for the Pirates. Pittsburgh and Michael collecting some auto there. 20 of 299. Mr. Triolo. All right. Break Kings up next.
Looking the hits over here, Paul. We can recap.
Mm-hmm. Let's see how this is. This is not laid out. See how our boys at Break Kings did this. Hitting us with 3 graded. Empty. There we go. Up first, we got rookie. That is rookie 10. Gavin Lux, wearing helmet edition. Let's hope he's always wearing a helmet. Oh no. Oh no.
Somebody got wandered.
This is 21 edition. They had no way of knowing. I just wander on the 9 going to Tampa.
Michael Brown.
There you go. I think he's only in jail for 2 years. And that is Ozzie Albies gold chain rookie.
That's a variation.
Yeah. Gold chain variation on the 10. Braves and Michael. And I like the...
That card looks good.
Man, I can't believe 2018 they had Twitter handles and Instagram handles on the cards.
Michael Brown.
Crazy.
That was the Michael Brown edition.
That was. Michael Brown sweet. Safe to say Marlins. Locking down the low. That's going to Brian and A's. Michael Brown. Taking the high.
Who did you say got the lowest call?
The Marlins. Ryan Kinley. Double shot number 2. Let's see if it can compete with Wander Franco 9s.
You said Michael Brown.
We'll get these over accordingly. All right, good luck, everybody. Donruss. And that is Mets. Mike Piazza on the 10. That's Bomb Squad Blue. That's a gorgeous card. That's going to Grant. There you go, Grant. Your boy Mike. And see how we're ending here. That is 1961. The double shot facility had to do this to us. That is Roger Maris, American League Yankees, and Cepeda
San Francisco Blue.
for the Giants, aka the Cicada. Game used pieces. Giants, so this will be between Murphy and Brian and the Yankees. Alright. Let me queue up the randoms real quick. Let's see what we got here. And we also have Sasaki as well to random that we will random here in just a minute. Alright, we got Maris and, or we can do it the other way. Yankees, Giants. Let me just confirm real quick. 1961, that's Cepeda. 1961. Orlando Cepeda. San Francisco Giants. Okay. So between Giants and Yankees, let me kick you over real quick. Roll 2 dice. Any number is acceptable. 8. That is a last second dagger, but that is going to the Giants. On Mr. Maris getting kicked out, Orlando.
So that's
Giants. And then let's do a quick, let me grab the entire list for the Sasaki base. Alright, might as well go 8 again. So we're going to 16. And that is the Marlins double dipping. Even though it is a base, but that is Sasaki going to the Marlins. Quick little recap as well. All right. Mike Piazza on the 10. Going to Grant. Triolo was our ink out of Inception. That's Pirates. A short print of Pete Crow. Kyron Paris, that is Angels. Out of 200. Cheerio Redemption out of Select. The Brewers. Dylan Cruz to 25. Washington there. Some numbered. DeLauder on our auto. Merrill. Bo Jackson numbered. Knopf, Earhart, and Bove. Kuehler, Tommy Troy on the numbered auto. Morales, Cooper Pratt, Horvath, Mizorowski on the chrome. Tommy White, Ping numbered. Ozzy on the image variation 10. Mr. Franco on the 9. Gavin Lux wearing helmet on the 10. And then had the Maris Cepeda duel. That one did go to the Giants via the random. Sasaki going Marlins. Naylor was the high for the A's. And then chunky gold patch, Ivan Rodriguez for the Marlins. I love how it just says Florida down at the bottom. Doesn't even say anything. That will do it for baseball, everybody. Thank you for jumping in. We will see you soon for football.